Reincarnated Aristocrat's second season fared much better than the first in terms of engagement. That's the direction I wanted from this anime anyway, as it spent most of the first season setting up this series, which is fine, as long as there's some sort of conflict or plot tying it together, and not just some vague sense that things are building. And luckily, it pays off this time around with the actual war it was setting up in the first season. Yeah, it effectively paid off a lot of the character that was established, and hints about Ars's growth over the course of the war, as he steps up from a fairly naive kid to an actual respected and principled leader that inspires not just his troops and allies, but even his enemies. And that's honestly this anime's strong suit, that the lead is incredibly likable. But it sounds like I enjoyed this season, so why am I ranking it middling on my list? Simple. While this paid off the plot from the first season, it's also densely packed that the pace feels all over the place. We're racing from key battle to key battle that I barely have time to register who these characters are, and if they're even important in the long term, which is basically the opposite issue I had in its previous entry. Also, still questioning why this is an isekai, as it doesn't really utilize that aspect of the story at all. Anyway, in terms of a sequel, it is a step up, but will that make the series worth watching? That's a bit tougher. For a slower paced, non-power fantasy isekai, I would say check it out, especially now that the story actually goes somewhere.